Hi guys, FMCampbe here, and welcome to what is another episode of the Trophy Hunt Challenge against TikiTakaMaster. His channel link will be in the description below, so check him out. If you are a newcomer to the series, it's between myself and TikiTakaMaster. We've been basically trying to win the most trophies. We've taken on Chelsea for 2 seasons maximum, and we see between us who can win the most trophies over 2 seasons. So last time we left you off after we played the live game against Reading in the Capital One Cup final, which fortunately we won, with John Terry and Juan Mata getting on the score sheet for us. So that was another trophy, so that's now 2 for the season. We then, after that, I've played through now to the Villa game, as you can see. We played Southampton in the FA Cup 6th round at home, where we only managed a 1-1 draw. Azpilicueta getting the goal for us. So we actually did have a replay further on, which I'll show you. Then we played Dortmund in the Champions League first knockout round in the second leg, and as you can see, we've played a 3-2 win away previously. So we had them at home, and you can see that it was actually a 3-3 draw. A lot of stuff going on. They had someone sent off. They had Marion Sarr sent off in the 104th minute, and Eto'o got a 109th minute winner, which proved to be vital. So it did finish 6-5 on aggregate. So we managed to scrape through. So it's quite a tough game, unfortunately for us. So it was Eden Hazard and then obviously Samuel Eto'o getting 2 as well. We then returned back to Premier Division or Premier League action, where we were at home against Swansea and managed to get a 2-0 win, with Pastor getting a goal and Ashley Williams also scoring an own goal for us. Then we had the FA Cup replay, where we played Southampton again, this time away, and we managed to win 2-1 just, Lewandowski and Mata getting the goals for us. So we got through to the FA Cup semi-final. Then we played Hull in the league, and Hull seemed to have been our bogey team this season because they actually beat us here as well. So they beat us home and away, which is a bit of a shame. So hopefully we can turn that around next season and manage to beat them. And as you can see, we had a couple of bad results. We then drew 2-2 West Brom, with Ramirez and Cahill getting on the score sheet, and then 2-2 against Tottenham, which isn't a bad point. Tottenham are very good on this FM, with Oscar and Azpilicueta getting the goals. We then had the quarter-final of the Champions League, where we managed to win 6-2 at home against Atletico, which is an absolutely awesome result for us. Cahill, Lampard, let's see, there's probably, wouldn't surprise me an own goal yet. So we had Cahill, Lampard, Willian, Hazard, Jakub and Godin getting an own goal, with Arda Turan and Koke getting goals respectively for Atletico. Pretty even game. We dominated, well I say dominated, we had a little bit more possession, but they had more shots, but you could see the shots on target, the ratio was a lot better for us, hence the 6 goals. Then again returned to Premier League action, where we managed to get back into form. I say form, we managed to get a turn around and get a win after 3 games without a win, where we won 2-0 against Fulham, and it was Eden Hazard getting 2 goals for us. He's started to hit form now, which is good. And then you can see where the 6-2 came into play and become quite important, as we returned for the second leg of the quarter-final in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. Lampard and Lewandowski getting on the score sheet for us, although they did have Juan sent off, so we still lost even though they had 10 men. And Ashley Cole was injured for us, which has been a bit of a shame because he's been one of our better players this season. And we've just played the FA Cup semi-final, where I managed to beat Aston Villa on penalties. Cahill, Willian and Hazard get on the score sheet for us, and Benteke, Baker and Luna scoring for Villa. So we have actually managed to reach the FA Cup final, where we will play Everton, which is good. So if we go over in the semi-final, see who the other semi-final actually was, and you can see that Tottenham were beaten. So Everton managed to beat Tottenham for us. So that, I say it makes it a little bit easier for us, but you know what Everton are like on this. The good thing is though, I don't think Lukaku can play for them, but we'll have to wait and see. But I don't know if that changes because it's a cup game. I'm not too sure. But so yeah, today though we're going to be playing a live game against Man United, which I was hoping would prove to be a crucial game in the season, but like TikiTakaMaster, they have very much run away with the league. I'm in second place and 13 points behind, with only 5 games to go in the league. So what's that? 15 points. So basically, if United win this, they win the league. It's as simple as that. We do have quite a few players out. If I show you the squad, I've actually already done the tactics. Let's go to the tactics. So we have Ashley Cole, who's missing, who's been one of our best players this season. Bertrand, who's been our third choice left back, but still at a 7.56 average rating, it's not too bad. Kadira, who's been one of our absolute sort of need to be players in the middle. He's been very, very good for us in the middle. He's suspended, and then Juan Mata, again one of our better players, with I think the most assists in the league at the moment. Yeah, with 12 assists. So, and he's injured as well. So this could provide to be quite crucial, unfortunately. United only have Vidic and Ferdinand out, but the way they rate Evans and Smalling on this game is quite high. So if they choose to play them two at centre back, then it's still going to be tough for us. Plus it is at Old Trafford, so it's going to be pretty tough. What else has happened since then? We've offered a few players new contracts. I believe, if we set it up with their contract expiry. So Eto we're going to let go for free. He's only worth 325k. I know he's 3-star, he's still not bad stats. He's on 115 grand a week at the age of 33. I'm not really interested in keeping him, to be honest, because he's not been very good for us. Everyone else we're keeping to the end of the season. So we've had Lampard sign a new deal, John Terry sign a new deal, Ashley Cole signed the new deal, Petr Cech we signed the new deal, but I might sell him because he's 31. Although he is very, very good, we've got Courtois coming in. So, and he's not been very good for us this season. So for 13.5 million on 100 grand a week, someone like PSG will definitely come in for him or something like that, or Monaco themselves. So I'm hoping that I can get at least sort of 15 million for him, maybe about 10 million, depending on where we finish in the table and how we get on in the Champions League. So it could be a bit of a money maker. Excuse me, that's my phone. Again, second episode in a row. So yeah, they're the players that we've had sign new contracts. I think that's everyone. Ashley Cole was the most important one for us because he's been playing so well for us, and his stats are still very, very good for what I need him for. But I am looking to invest maybe in left back again, because I think Bertrand will go. Simply, he's just not been very good. Well, he has been good for us, but he's just not the sort of player that I need at the moment, especially when I've got Ben Davies playing so well at the moment. Where is he? Yeah, he's been very good, 7.2, only 20 years old. So he's been quite good for us, fortunately. So he's been a nice little step in for Ashley Cole. One thing that I've realised that I haven't actually looked at is I haven't really shown you the staff that I brought in. When I take over a club, I completely revamp the staff. That's as being honest as I can. And I would say 95% of the staff that are here now weren't here when I signed with Chelsea. As you can see, I've got Brian Robson, assistant manager. I like assistant manager with good motivation, tactical knowledge, and good player judging, basically. Everything else I do myself. If he's good in one of these attributes in here to do training, then that's a bonus. But his determination is quite high as well, which is why I like Brian Robson. Plus, he is available. He's a free agent. He's not with the club at the beginning of the season, so I like to take him on. Firmin Vivini, my head of youth development. It's more, I always use a head of youth development, simply because it just saves me the hassle of having to offer players out 24/7 for loans, and they tend to go and find clubs that have good facilities and things like that for players to progress while they're there, and especially if they're getting first team football, which is always a bonus. Goalkeeping coaches as well. Got to be 20 at goalkeeping, especially for a club like Chelsea. So we got. I know Lolichon was already there. I believe Laro was there as well. Apologies. So goalkeeper coaches we actually kept then. Fitness coaches I brought both of these in. Campbell's is one of the better ones. As is As is Paul Winsper. 20 at fitness, 20 at man management, 20 at motivating, 20 at determination. You can't get any better than that. Clive Allen. I tend to spread my coaches over the different coaching roles and the training, which I can show you. And if I have a big club with a lot of money, I then invest in under 18s coaches as well, which I also did. I brought these all in myself. Physios, I brought in myself too. Same with scouts. Scouts I normally have a massive revamp. So if we go with the mental attributes and judging potential, which is one of the most important for a scout. So Crivelli, Filio, Visser, who else? Both 20s, all 2020. Guy Hillian, David Hamilton, who's the best English one, or one of the best English ones anyway. Who else have we got? Although Pajanta's down here, he's still 17 and 16, so it's not too bad. I didn't bring in that too many scouts because over 2 seasons there's not really a necessity to bring them in. But I like scouts that come back with reports where a player may be available that's quite cheap that I can possibly sell at the end of the season for a little bit more money. So I just send my scouts out and hope that they bring back little cheeky deals that I can sort of sneak through. So that's the staff. Apologies for not going through them at the beginning. What else have we done since then? I think that's about it. Obviously there's not been too many games, so we'll just continue now into the game against Man United. Like I said, it's at Old Trafford, so quite a tough game for us, unfortunately. I have changed the tactics slightly. I've gone with a deeper defensive midfielder just for this game. It's actually one of the first times I've done this, just because although I've not given up on the league, I definitely want to get second. And Everton only 2 points behind us. If we can get a win, at least another win, I'm comfortable that we'll definitely get the Champions League football. But I'd just like to stay ahead of Everton. Although we do have a game in hand on them, which is always a bonus. But yeah, just want to be careful. So I've just gone for a counter sort of formation with this for now. So we'll check on the team instructions, look for overlap, higher tempo, hassle opponents. Let's do drop deeper, but be more expressive though. Yeah, that'll do. So we'll submit the team. With the calibre of players that we've got missing in Mata and Ashley Cole especially, and a Khedira who's been vital for us in the middle, not got the best of hopes for this game, unfortunately. United pretty much have their strongest team, bar Vidic, out. Although they are playing Rooney on the left. That's a little bit strange. But Kagawa on this is unreal. Although he's not played very well for them, his stats are crazy good. So we'll have to wait and see. Plus Nani's also rated. And we all know what Van Persie's like. So what should we do here? We'll put Danny on his weaker foot and we'll go hard on him. Valencia's terrible with his left foot. Hernandez will go hard as well. Ashley Young we won't go hard because he'll probably dive. Phil Jones will go weaker foot. Nani doesn't have a weaker foot. Show him onto his right foot. We'll show everyone to his weaker foot as well. Same with Raphael. And we'll close down to heads to put him under a bit of pressure. So here we go. We'll do cautious. Go out there and get revenge. And we'll do individual through the assistant. So very good pre-match team talk. So let's hope that we can get something out of this. So it's just us against Chelsea, so we'll minimise that for now. Right. So already United have taken over possession a little bit. This isn't key. Again, I apologise if you can hear my fan. I have a Mac that can easily handle the power of the game. Just for some reason, like I said before, the fan just goes absolutely crazy. So looks like we're going to get through to half time without a highlight. which is a little bit strange, especially with the colour of our team. Maybe we'll cancel each other out. Keep going out there, we still get a win tonight. Just Lewandowski. We'll do the passionate thing. But we have faith in people. So not bad, that'll do. I think maybe the 60th minute, if it's still 0-0, we might go to try and attack them a little bit. God knows where the ref started on that. Right, so Hazard crosses it in. Oh, Jakob. Oh, it's cleared. Right, I'm hoping that the keeper picks that up. Well done, check. Oh, bit risky there. John Terry is on a yellow card. Have to be careful of that. So we continue with the highlight. I'm hoping that John Terry doesn't give it away, and he has. So Nani breaks through, and they've scored. For God's sake, John Terry now in a mare. Look at this. 6.3 Aspilicueta, 6.3 Cahill, 6.5 Terry, 6.5 Davies, 6.4. This is my problem, as you can see with the strikers. It's consistently like this. It's so annoying. I have the same problem with Eto as well. And I think TikiTakaMaster's been having problems with his strikers. So I think they're probably where I'm going to invest, I think, at the end of the season. I've had a look at a couple of big names that I'm hoping to bring in. Right, so they've got a corner. Rooney crosses it in, and how has Kagwa won a header? What is going on? How has Kagwa won a header there? He's probably the smallest man on the pitch. Oh, wow. That is terrible. Alright, so let's get the higher line. A much higher tempo. Let's go more direct. Get stuck in. Right, so they're trying to press us high at the pitch. The United defensive line is pretty much on the halfway line. Right, so Ramirez. Let's try and get the ball in the box. Let's at least get another goal early on. Oscar, box it, please. Oh, why do they shoot? Why is he shooting? Look at Lewandowski. Aspilicueta 6.2. Ben Davies 6. What is going on? This is where I wish FM had like maybe a way that you could sort of have a go at your players whilst you're on the sidelines a little bit. Nani picks it and it's 3-0. Wow. Right. That is so bad. This has got to be the worst game I'm playing all season. Shocked that it's the bloody live game, by the way. Right, Ben Davies having a mare. I'm going to have to bring Klein in. So I'm worried about that yellow card and John Terry. Let's go with David Luiz. I'm going to have to keep Lewandowski on. Eto's been even worse. I'm going to swap Oscar or William. Hazard or William. And I'm going to go with Pastor as an inside forward. Wow, actually. Let's do that. Let's keep Aspilicueta on. Ben Davies has been worse. Sorry, no, take Aspilicueta off. Right, we'll cancel it and redo it. Right, so John Terry is definitely coming out for Luiz. Aspilicueta is coming out for Klein. Oscar in for William in the middle. William swap with Hazard and Williams coming out for Pastor. We'll just confirm it. 3-0 down. Jesus Christ. Just shows you how dominant United have been on on the game this season. Is this going to be 4? Czech actually manages to do something. It's the first time I've seen him do something part of a goal kick. Once the Pastor comes in, he's obviously fouled there. So Oscar loses the ball. Oh, does he want it back? Bit of a scramble in the middle. United have got the ball. Rooney picks up in the middle. So Rooney and Kagger have obviously swapped over. Right, so Davies picks it up. Let's at least get one back reasonably early on. So don't lose it there, Pastor, please. Right, play that ball. There it is. Ramirez, come on, you've got to finish that. Oh, it's a great tackle. After doing that sublet pretty much straight away, Ben Davies has dropped to 5.8. Oh. And it's good. It's been disallowed. Unlucky there. So I'm going to swap this back to balanced. Lewandowski, so frustrating. I don't know what to do with him. I don't know whether to risk it and see if I can get him to get form in the second season, or to just get rid of him and make a bit of money, especially if I can go and, depending on how much I can get at the end of the season. This is probably going to be a full-time whistle if I don't score now. Depending on how much money I can get for him. I mean, I got him on a cheap anyway. I got him for 20 million. His value was 24. So if I can probably get 30, 40 million for him, if someone will come in for him, then there'll be a bonus, because I could probably add another 5, 10 million to that and go and get someone like Falcao, who's always, what the hell is that? Who's always going to be performing normally. Well, so that's going to be the full-time whistle. It is. So there it is. I said that the game would be an important one for us. It's actually more an important one for United, because I now believe that he's moaning about me saying I'm far from pleased with that result. He's looked to switch off at 6.3 rating. I don't know. But it's proved that United are probably... It's been more vital for United, because I think that means they now win the league. So let's find out. The tactical gamble fails. So we went for a more defensive bloody tactic and they scored more goals. Right, so yeah, United have won the league then. It's a shame they can't bloody do it in fucking real life. As a United fan. Right, yeah, whatever. Right, so there we go, I'll leave it there. The next update, depending on how we get along, I'll probably try and do the second leg. Yeah, so I'll do this game here. It'll probably be only a quick episode, there's only a couple of games, so there won't be much of an update. So I'll probably do the semi-final, second leg of the semi-final, depending on... Actually, no, yeah, I'll definitely do the second leg of the semi-final. We'll do that live and just see if we can get into the Champions League final. We've got Marseille, so it's a nicer result for us. The other teams that are in it, which has proved to be quite good for us actually, PSG against Barcelona. So, I mean, they're both unreal, as you probably know. Messi or Zlatan. Zlatan's actually someone that I've looked at to see if I can possibly bring him, but his wages, I'll show you his wages. They've got a tiny, small squad though. His wages at the minute, he's on 425 grand. So I probably won't go for him. So yeah, at least one of the bigger teams are being knocked out. Saying that, probably going to get beat by bloody Marseille. But yeah, I'll play the Marseille game live, and then after that it'll probably be the FA Cup final live and the Champions League together. We'll probably do if we can reach the final anyway, we'll do a double episode of the finals of both cups. If not, it's always just going to be the one final with the FA Cup against Everton. So yeah, we'll see you on the 30th of the 4th in the game. So I'll probably upload this about a couple of hours, I'd say an hour or two after the episode that you're watching now. Just to reflect on what I've seen TikiTakaMaster has done. We've kind of done the games differently. I've spent a lot of money. TikiTakaMaster has kind of not spent as much. I know he's only bought a few players in. Well, I've sort of splashed the cash and really had a big ins and outs this season. So whether he does that next season, we don't know, but keep watching to find out. I know he's also had the same issue in the league with Man United just absolutely running away with it, unfortunately. Great for me as a United fan, but not in this game, as obviously we're Chelsea, but that's that. So I know that he was knocked out the Capital One Cup, which obviously you've seen me just win now. So yeah, that's quite good. for us. So that actually puts us a trophy ahead. I was a little bit worried about the league. I thought that he might do a little bit better in the league, but we've both had the same problem. He's still in the FA Cup. He's obviously still in the Champions League. So there is still a lot to go. So we'll have to wait and see. But at the minute, we are 2-1 up on trophies. We both, myself and TikiTakaMaster, both won the Super Cup, the European Super Cup. We both beat Bayern. Fortunately, it took me penalties, but I know he beat him in the game. We're both having problems with United in the league. But fortunately for us, we've managed to win the Capital One Cup, and we're still fighting on all fronts apart from the league. So fingers crossed that we can keep it up. We've reached another final, potentially reaching another one. So everyone, keep your fingers crossed. Let me know if there's anything that you think I should do, anything you think I should look at, anything that you would do differently. Put it in the comment section below. And also don't forget to check out the Twitter channel, which is at FMCampbe. Check us out there. I interact with you guys as much as possible there. It'll also give you regular updates about new videos and things like that as well. Anyway, I've been FMCampbe. Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks a lot.